Christmas shoppers were out, and the malls were packed when Chris Seibel and his brothers were off road riding at Dumont Dunes near Baker, California. Chris was racing his sand buggy over huge mounds of sand when he came upon a naturally formed hole in the sand 15 to 20 feet deep, called the Witch Eye.
I got caught in a situation that I wasn't expecting, and that's what led up to the accident.
Chris was a successful 33-year-old businessman and realtor. He grew up in Rancho Cucamonga with 3 older brothers and loved extreme sports like biking, dirt bike, skydiving, bungee jumping, and quad running.
You know, they bought all the toys and I got to ride them. That was the good thing about being the youngest.
It was Thanksgiving weekend when Chris and his brothers took their traditional trip to sand dunes. The brothers were racing their sand buggies around the hills when Chris raced up the side of a mountain.
It's unbelievable. I've ridden this hill so many times, and it was just such a weird thing for me to actually get caught.
Chris's buggy fell 20 feet straight down into the Witch Eye hole. Brother Randy was notified about the crash.
My first thought was, okay, I got to get up there and see what he broke, you know, as far as, you know, looking at the car and what are we going to have to put back together.
Randy raced his sand buggy up the steep hill with an attached camera rolling and saw the police, medics, and an ambulance gathering around.
I jumped out of mine, ran over there, and he said, Randy, I can't move my legs and my back's killing me. And my heart just dropped because I've really never dealt with somebody with, you know, that this was a major thing, is a major injury.
Chris maintained consciousness and lay completely motionless as the paramedics examined Chris.
They were scraping the bottom of his feet to see if he would respond to that feeling, and he wasn't responding at all, and to me it was you know, devastating.
Paramedics lifted Chris out of the Witch Eye and into a helicopter. Chris's mother and father were enjoying a quiet afternoon when the phone rang.
Greg called us and said there's been an accident. Chris got hurt.
Chris's family rushed to the Vegas hospital and saw Chris like they'd never seen him before.
So when we got there, we walked into the room and he was laying there flat on his back with bandages and a neck thing and things on his leg.
Doctors did a corrective back surgery, removing pieces of broken bone from his spinal cord, trying to restore his back as much as possible.
They didn't know if he'd ever get, you know, any feeling back, but with that kind of an injury.
I was never going to walk again. He's paralyzed. He's not going to walk.
One of his legs was cold and the other one wasn't. And I asked the nurses, I said, why is his leg so cold? And it was because that was the more injured leg.
After I got out of the surgery, I was actually able to move my legs. At that moment, they were like, okay, your possibilities of walking again will be really good.
Chris spent 9 days in ICU at the University Medical Center, and his family lived in a nearby hotel. He then spent 1 month in the Casa Colina Hospital, followed by 2 months in a transitional living center. Chris then began a non-stop exercise recovery program, which involved high training on a variety of equipment.
When I got hurt, I was physically very fit. I was running a lot, about 2 to 3 miles a day. So when I got hurt, it really helped my recovery because I had already had the mindset to get better and to just devote myself to recovery and not let it hold me back, being that I have a disability.
Therapists worked with Chris on muscle strength and functional gain. Progress was slow, but Chris was able to maintain a routine with the help of Hal Hargrave and the Be Perfect Foundation that he created.
This is only the 3rd year that he's had this foundation. So, I mean, it's phenomenal how many people have actually donated for spinal cord injury and bringing awareness to it.
Today, Chris survives with a carbon fiber brace in his shoes, which bounces each step in place of a calf muscle, enabling him to walk with a cane.
As you walk, it's called a toe off, and it actually pushes you forward. So it just rolls up and boom, and it acts as if your calf muscle would be pushing you forward, because I don't have that ability anymore.
You know, the doctors and everybody thought that he wouldn't be where he is today. You know, he wouldn't be walking like this, and yet he is, and it's just wonderful.
He was always wanting to work out, making people laugh.
He continues to progress even though he shouldn't, and so I think that the possibilities are endless, and he may make a full recovery.
We knew that he was going to walk, but we didn't think that he was going to be so positive about it.
They've always asked him to do 100%, and he's always doing 150%.
After just 2 years, Chris is now able to work out, walk with a cane, and drive his own truck. Chris Seibel has overcome the odds with a great determination and an amazing work ethic in a fight to regain his old life.